Dzień dobry everybody, welcome back, привет, cześć, czołem, bonjour, shalom, and of course, howdy, you happy little genossen, and of course, you little comrades and towarzysze, welcome back to Juarez, Gunslinger. This time with the last of our missions, of our quests, of our wonderful path of gaming for this game. Except if you wanted me to play the arcade, what I already did a few more duels, but or the new game plus, of course, with me just shooting without talking anything.
Well, I don't know about you boys, but I'm pretty beat.
Well, it's too damn bad you never found that Bob character. Seems a shame you never had to pay.
Well, funny thing about that, I did have one more chance at him.
Back to episode 7, The Wild Bunch.
6 months ago, I heard that Butch and Sundance were back in the States and had gathered up some of their old gang. I tracked them down, hoping that Roscoe Bob Bryant had returned with them.
So you're saying they didn't die down in Bolivia?
That's what I'm saying.
Well. Silas quickly took revenge on Johnny Ringo and Jim Reed, but Roscoe Bob Bryant eluded his the good, the bad, and the dead.
40 years I had waited to get my hands on the last of my brother's killers.
Wind River Mountains.
Not even an army of demons could have stopped me now.
Barely 6 months ago. Wait. I know that face.
Both Johnny Ringo and Jim Reed fell fairly quickly. But the last one, Roscoe Bob Bryant, that son of a bitch managed to escape my vengeance time and time again. I couldn't even be certain I'd recognize him after all. By now, he had to be close to 70.
For all you know, he could have been dead.
That thought had indeed crossed my mind, as did others. For instance, did my thirst for vengeance turn me into something worse than the man I was after?
I don't know.
By this point in my storied career, I had killed more men than Bob Bryant ever had.
Most likely.
I was furious as hell at that bastard for making me who I am.
Make yourself, buddy.
A man with no family, no friends, no purpose except shooting Bob Bryant dead.
It's your own. Your blood. You didn't force it. Only mother of God and damnation.
Nothing could stop me from taking his life. I'd been after that killer forever. From the time I rode with Billy the Kid. But that chapter of my story you already know.
Oh well, we learned something about Dwight Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States. Was born on October 14th, 1890 in Denison, Texas. He grew up in Abilene, Kansas and died in Washington, D.C. on March 28th, 1969. Before he was elected as president, he had been a 5-star general in the United States Army and the Supreme Commander of the Allied Forces in Europe during the Second World War. Isn't Eisenhower the guy who had the great idea of dropping nuclear bombs in Northern Korea because of the Chinese or something like that? Over the course of its presidency between 1958 and 1961, the number of US nuclear warheads in the US grew from 1,000 to 18,000. However, he did end the Korean War soon after being elected. During his time in office, NASA was created and the Department of Health education and welfare was established. Eisenhower was also instrumental in the Federal Aid Highway Act of 1958, which started the construction of the interstate highway system. He was a moderate conservative who expanded Social Security and sent federal troops to Little Rock, Arkansas for the first time since Reconstruction to enforce federal court orders to desegregate public schools. Young Dwight had been an avid reader, especially fond of military history and tales of the Old West. Growing up in Abilene, he enjoyed talking to the old-timers about the days when Abilene was a major destination for cattle drives. He was also a great fan of poker. Love for the game was instilled in him by an old cowboy who Dwight considered a mentor and a friend. Wait, doesn't the guy we talked to is named Dwight? Well, that's mighty weird.
Chapter of that fairy tale, you mean?
Suddenly it was 1910. There I was, an old man roaming a ghost town dead almost 2 decades.
So, where's the fucking way? We have to go here, here, and I'll be right back. The fuck? I think I found the way. Looks like this is it. Yep. Made it, buddy.
The town was falling apart, just like me.
I don't like the rustling and hustling.
But I wasn't about to call it quits.
Of course you weren't, Silas. Of course you weren't. Who the fuck's that last nugget? Ah, here we go. Roscoe Bob Bryant, a member of John Kinney's gang during the Lincoln County War in New Mexico, he was allegedly killed by Salmon scouts near Seven Rivers, New Mexico in 1878. However, there were rumors that the corpse was misidentified and that Bryant kept on living, joining other gangs and continuing his criminal career. Supposedly, he started as a grunt in the gang of one Juan Juarez Mendoza after the McCall brothers, Ray and Thomas, nearly took out the entire gang all by themselves. This forced the Mexican bandit to recruit any and all troublemakers, even some across the border. That was young Bryant's ticket to a life of crime, which brought him, if the rumors are to be believed, under the wings of 2 at the time fairly anonymous gunslingers, Johnny Ringo and Jim Reed, hired to help Juan Mendoza rebuild his fearsome reputation after the beating it took from the McCalls. Bryant's first murder was the lynching of the Greaves brothers. This he committed with his more famous companions after the youngest Greaves dared to beat the bandits at the poker table. We know this story already. Let's get moving.
The ghosts of my dead brothers were begging me to end what I started so long ago.
Mr. Greaves, are you all right? Would you like some water?
The Wild Bunch knew I was there. They were after a treasure they had hidden before they fled, buried in the grave of a dead amigo. Some folks think the town is haunted, so they figured there wouldn't be many people poking around.
I'm not even walking. What the fuck? Oh. Well, the Sundance Kid, Harry Alonzo Longbow, earned his moniker by serving an 18-month sentence for horse thievery in Sundance, Wyoming at the age of 15. His fame, however, was won alongside Butch Cassidy as a member of the Wild Bunch. He was often called a gunfighter, but there is not a single death by shooting which can be easily attributed to the Sundance Kid. It is quite possible that the newspapers of the time mistook another truly murderous member of the bunch, Harvey Logan, aka Kid Curry, for Sundance. Together with his wife Etta Place and Butch Cassidy, they fled the US and the authorities in pursuit of them to hide out in South America. There in Bolivia, he allegedly died alongside his friend in 1908. We cannot be sure though, as there are those who believe that Longbow returned to the United States and lived for many years under different names. His story will, however, forever remain a mystery. So this is actually one of those guys we are right about now to get him. Okay. Almost done, let's just say it like that. Yeah. I'm gonna get this full, to be honest. I'm actually sad that this game is coming to an end. Okay, it's dead.
I intended to fill that grave with Bob Bryant's corpse. But like I said, the bandits knew I was on to them.
Yep.
They lured me in and hit me with everything they had.
Standing because mother of
I need a dust pan.
Did you just come in, man? You young snapper. Yeah, right. Sundance and Sonar. Working with don't call me old, buddy.
Look at that geezer in the ground.
Call me a geezer, seriously. Well, this is just getting ridiculous. Blow my ass up. Not bad for an old man, eh? And again, and again. Here's another one, just like this. Another one. And again. Why can't I hit anything? Seriously. Dynamite around the chest. Not good idea, buddy. Okay, stop shooting. That's ridiculous. My sides, all my sides, all my sides,
Psycho!
Of course I'm a psycho. Psycho. Psycho Mantis! Of course it's gonna be loud because it's dynamite, you shit. This is getting out of that. Have heads on your head.
Why won't he die?
I could tell you what woman. For your sake, I hope you die. Undertaker. Boom. And another one. Just like the other one.
You'll die for this, you hear me?
Yeah, if you die for this too, buddy.
Back off, Grandpa.
You just call me Grandpa again.
But you obviously prevailed since you're sitting here telling us the tale.
Of course, buddy.
Actually, in that moment, I did not prevail.
Kind of vengeful ghost.
So I suppose we're talking to a ghost.
Funny you should put it like that, Jack.
Ah, shit.
Dodge this.
You're kind of funny. Oh no, I'm not going to do this fight again for your sake, guys. I'm going to go be back after I beat this.
Since
you're sitting here telling us
the
the tale. Of course I prevailed, buddy. Of course.
Actually, in that moment, I did not prevail.
So I suppose we're talking to a ghost.
Funny you should put it like that, Jack.
Okay, what the hell just happened?
Because when I woke up,
From the dead?
Kind of.
there was silence all around me.
Silence or Silas? Okay, jokes aside.
I could swear to God I saw Billy then.
Billy who?
Billy, the kid. William Bonney. He was shooting at me from a rooftop.
No, he doesn't. Holy shit, that's a lot of... That's a lot of shit.
Here, there,
Okay.
even over there.
I pressed the A button.
So I am right. You are touched in the head.
Mr. Greaves, perhaps we should switch you to coffee?
You see that old Indian again, too?
No, but I did see Billy's killer. Patrick Floyd Garrett. He came at me guns a-blazing. I knew that old war horse had died 2 years before.
Forgot my coffee, be right back.
Maybe I was dead too and confronting the ghosts of my past. Perhaps all my sins were coming back to haunt me and drag me down to perdition.
Perdition? Some good Molly Black. Okay. Guy's really attacking me. Seriously, Billy, we were friends. Stop this place.
I saw Henry Plummer throw dynamite at me.
No, he didn't revive dynamite at us because I killed him before. Oh, that's you, Plummer.
In the gates of the cemetery, I saw John Wesley Hardin, just like I remembered it.
Yep, John Wesley Hardin, just like he killed me. Mother of... some good coffee. Okay, that's Plumber's shit. Take a fucking shot. Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. Oh, that was your mistake, buddy. Ghost towns. Wild West was inhabited by rapidly migrating groups of pioneers looking for new opportunities, whether it be arable land for farming, pasture land for grazing cattle, or rich mineral deposits of gold or silver for mining. They came in droves to make their fortune, creating large, spontaneous communities known as boom towns. The source of this wealth ran out, the gold vein was depleted, or price for commodity fell rapidly. The boom towns started to die, leaving empty streets and abandoned houses. These deserted towns came to be known as ghost towns, best known as Bannock, Montana. Famous for its 1860s gold rush, the sheriff. There was none other than Henry Plummer, later revealed as the leader of a massive gang of bushwhackers and killers known as the Innocents. When the gold ran out, Bannock was abandoned. Today it's a stop for tourists looking for a taste of the Old West. So, that was interesting.
Robert Ollinger appeared with his terrible double-barrel shotgun.
Yeah, of course it's fucking terrible. Terrible for me. Not this again. I'll be right back at the beginning of the cemetery, guys. Well, here we are. Here we are again. There. Let's get moving, let's get running, let's get going, let's get killing. Hello, Ollinger. Hello, Bobby.
No ghost army was stopping me.
My father-in-law got hit with a fallen branch. He spent the rest of his life talking to dogs.
Yeah, I don't think that's about a fallen branch. Don't make fun of Silas, guys.
Newman Hayes Clanton, William Brocious, John Peters Ringo, they all wanted me dead.
That's all, man. Where's the rest? Where's Ringo? Ringo, where you at? Holy shit, that's it. Burn the bill, and let's burn the bill again. Directed. Ay, okay, I see. I'm not allowed to read or to live.
Brocious, John Peters, Ringo, they all wanted me dead.
Yep, happens when you kill a few people. But you forgot the old man Clint. That's not nice of you. Reloading the fun. You're training fairly well. And I see you fairly well. Yep, that's the way you are, buddies. First thing is, you can nearly see, they're almost see-through.
Newman Hayes Clanton, William Brocious, John Peters, Ringo, they all wanted me dead.
Hello, Mr. Clanton. Goodbye, Mr. Clanton. Wait, weren't there 3 Clantons? Oh! It was 3. Necessary bill, unnecessary bill. And there are, buddy.
The Dalton brothers, Robert and Grattan, guardians of the Garden of the Dead.
What? Just stay dead! Seriously, I killed you a few times already. Got you.
George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond.
Killed seriously. What's wrong with you, Silas? Get ridiculous, Silas. Just get back.
Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed, each one deader than the next. I thought I would go crazy.
Okay, this is not my thing. What's his name, son? This is getting ridiculous. I'm playing with fucking ghosts. Take a fucking hint. Don't die. Not me.
Brothers, Robert and Grattan, guardians of the Garden of the Dead.
Okay, seriously, I know Lucky Luke is better than you. Hashtag the man who killed Lucky Luke.
George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond.
Okay, this is just...
Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed, each one deader than the next.
Come on, Jesse James? I didn't kill Jesse James. I only skeleton ball. I only killed. Hurt him. Come on, Jesse. Get out of the trench. Pick up your head, buddy. Pick up your head, Jesse. You're dead, Jesse. Just like me.
Each one deader than the next.
I hope.
I thought I would go crazy.
Thought.
Just take a hint and fucking die, buddy. big old mine. Come on, Jesse.
Finally, I saw Harry Alonzo Longabaugh.
The Sundance Kid?
Like a general leading his legion of the dead.
You told us before that you'd seen him alive.
He was alive.
Leading an army of the dead. So, is he now dead or alive? Oh, where the fuck is this? Holy shit, I'm going to fucking... Come on, oh buddy, oh girl. I thought you died in Bolivia. Okay, that's it. Take it in, buddy. Holy shit, that's a little bit too much for me. Too close for comfort, buddy. Too close for comfort. Yep, I'm just keeping I just keep running, thank you. So, get your ass back. These crippled bastards! Jeez, not likely disease crippled because he's the fucking Sundance Kid.
Then I heard a voice call to me from afar. It was Robert Leroy Parker, a.k.a. Butch Cassidy, coming at me from out of the fog.
Thanks for taking care of that bastard.
Wait, what? Wait, the good, the bad, and the bad? Oh shit. So he's the dad, and you're the bad? He's the live. Butch Cassidy. Sundance Kid. Silas Greaves, the good, the bad, and the dead. Or am I the dead?
But the kid wasn't quite deceased. Not yet.
Takes more than one little bullet to kill the likes of me, partner.
Those two looked like they hadn't seen each other for quite a while. Clearly, they were no longer amigos.
Shit. I was hoping I wouldn't have to kill you.
You won't have to, Butch. I'm killing you first.
I asked them about Bob Bryant, but they were too busy with their own heated conversation.
Well, shit.
Let me get this shit straight. You want my money and the love of my life?
You frittered it all away, Butch. Edda's mine. And so is that damn money.
I didn't want to shoot anybody until I had an answer to my question, but those boys didn't give me much of a choice.
What is this? The good, the bad, and the ugly? Mexican standoff. Use Q and E to switch your focus to the enemy is looking at you. Oh, I don't like this, not even a little bit. Okay, I'm going to make those things a little bit speedier and I'll be right back. Gotcha,
Butch
boys.
Cassidy and the Sundance Kid died there in that cemetery not 6 months ago.
I clapped him! I'm not going to leave this here because this is the last level. Next thing. Grey Wolf, the Apache medicine man, offered Silas a mysterious warning, cautioning him not to wallow in the poison of bitterness and hate. It's the finale. Was the story of Silas Greaves true? Was it?
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid were killed by the Bolivian army. Everybody knows that.
That's the legend, but it ain't the truth.
Yep.
So, you never found Bob? There is no Bob. This old sumbitch ain't even Silas Greaves.
Sir, is that true? Have you been pulling our legs this whole time?
Well, not the whole time.
Oh man, I think you've worn out your welcome here.
Maybe you're right, Jack. Maybe it's time to pay.
Is this the Spanish?
You see, Ben, or should I say Bob, your past always catches up with you.
I was a different man back then, crazy. Drinking, I've changed my ways, I swear to you. If I could turn back the clock,
But you can't, Bob.
No. I can't.
Why'd you toy with me like that? Telling those tales, knowing all along. Why not just lay your cards on the table?
Because you have to see.
Wanted to suss you out, Bob. See
Kinda
what kind of
sus.
man you turned out to be. Maybe prod you into drawing on me. See, all those years on your trail turned me into a killer. Can't even remember who I was before you tried to murder me. You, on the other hand, walked that very same path in exactly the opposite direction.
What do you mean by that?
You think your life is worth sparing, Bob? Boy, what's your name again?
It's Eisenhower, sir.
What
Dwight
the
Eisenhower.
fuck?
What do you plan to do with your life, Dwight Eisenhower?
Tomorrow I'll be leaving for West Point, sir.
So, you want to be a soldier? Well, then do it right, son. Don't tear down the world out of anger and spite like I did. You build it up. You do something decent with your life, you hear me?
Sir? Yes, sir.
I won't have it said I left you with nothing, Bob.
I get fucking tears. I fucking get. Great ending. Can somebody make a second part? Call of Juarez. Cancel. Won't you spare me over another year? Techland! Great job, boy! I can't tell you enough how great this game was. Still is. Fuck, why am I always crying? So yeah, everybody. This was Call of Juarez Gunslinger, made by Techland, the guys who also made Dead Island and our next little game, Dying Light! Yes, everybody, we're going to play Dying Light with all DLCs. Actually, just one DLC, the following, but we can and will do it, everybody. What do you thought about this wonderful, wonderful little game that we're playing right now? I hope you think that's at least alright. Otherwise, put a little bit down what you thought of it. And yeah. Still staying here, of course, for the credits with you. Written and directed, music, harmonica. I think this is great. This is just great. Recorded at the famous radio ranch, Los Angeles, California. Of appearance, Silas Greaves, Ben, Dwight, Molly, Jack, Steve, Grey Wolf, also starring in alphabetical order Jesse, Cordy, Adam G, Craig Soth, Matt Wolf. Love it. Special thanks to the voice tones of George Ledoux and Maciejewski. Mocap talents are Kamil Przybosz, Aleksander Osowski, and the AI was programmed by Marcin Zigadło. Maciej Kukowski, Wojciech Korycki, Wojciech Krewult, Bartosz Kudon, Maciej Górowski, Grzegorz Świstowski. Maybe we're going to play a little game called Gun 2. Gun is in my mind a little bit like Red Dead Redemption, but less open-ended, less open world, but it's actually kinda cool. Thank you guys for your help and support. It's actually something I want to tell all of you too. Thank you for your support down in the comments and of course outside of YouTube and inside of YouTube every day and every time. Got Ubisoft partners, business developments.
There are men who fear legends, but a man legends fear. He's a four-hosted reaper, crying bullets for tears. When a drought comes in justice, bullets make good rain.
Nice.
When the heartache has dried up, only blood heals the pain. There's a time for grieving and a time to just pray. There's a time for forgiving, but it's not for today. You can hide sins from the gavel, you can drown them in rum. When Silas Greaves finds you, there's nowhere to run. And time goes too slowly for the gunslinger's eye. Till he's buried his promise, there's no time to cry. There's a time for grieving and a time to just pray. There's a time for forgiving, but it's not for today. There's a time for grieving and a time to just pray.
I'm going to download this song.
Finds you, it's a time you must pay. That's a time you must pay.
This is great. I still stay with you through the credits, like I said. Really love it, to be honest, and it's like a Call of Duty, like I said, a little bit more.
Ooh, death.
Ooh,
death. Won't you spare me over another year?
Gunslinger babies with a gunslinger babers. I'm going to have to check that out fast. Gunslinger babies, gunslinger babies, gunslinger babies, gunslinger babies, gunslinger babies, gunslinger babies. New Game Plus is now available, starting you start retaining all the unlocked skills and weapons through West difficulty level is now available. Try going through this story with minimal HUD and extra difficulty to get the real Western experience. Well, everybody, we are done now. I thank you all for being with me on this wonderful path of gaming. Always great to be here with ya. And of course, always great to play a great game with ya. Because Gunslinger has a special place in my heart. This game it just moves me. It kind of defines me. So I thank you all for being here with me on this wonderful, wonderful path of gaming. Do me a little favor. Like, comment, and subscribe, everybody! Shoot that fucking subscribe button and let it be bloody! And don't forget, everybody, to keep on ripping! Thank you all, I see you all next time, and goodbye!